Well, for more insight into digital matchmaking, I want to bring in Julie Spira. She's founder of cyberdatingexpert.com. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Rachelle. Thank you for having me.
So for people who aren't familiar, give us some insights into the dating app industry's performance over the pandemic.
Well, the dating app usage during the pandemic has skyrocketed, and there's a few reasons why. First, the COVID-19 pandemic, it resulted in this deadly worldwide crisis. And then you look at the uncertainty and fear that singles have, and it became a very, very lonely time, and they were stuck at home. So going online, opening up a dating app, and searching for a partner became a big priority during the pandemic.
So then how complicated did the dating landscape get when the pandemic hit, especially given the usual ways that people, at least at some point, end up meeting face-to-face in the dating process?
Well, what I actually liked about the dating process and the digital courtship process during the pandemic is people were dating with intention. They were getting to know each other. They were sending romantic notes to each other, and they were having these deep, meaningful conversations. So hookups were out, meaningful conversations were in.
So then what kind of products did some of these dating sites introduce to stay current, to really engage users now since they are staying more at home, as well as staying relevant during the shutdowns?
Well, video took a front center seat during COVID when it comes to dating. And some of the apps already had in-app features such as the League and Bumble, but then some of the other apps rolled out as quickly as they could some of these new video features where you could go on a date with someone within the app, or if you prefer to use FaceTime or Skype or Zoom, you can pick your platform du jour.
And as you mentioned, people have sort of changed the way that they're using the apps. How does that compare to the early days of the pandemic versus where we are now?
It's really interesting to see the shift. I have an ongoing poll on dating in the age of COVID-19 that asks the simple question: how has the pandemic affected your dating life? And the majority, it was 83.5%, responded with they were looking for a meaningful relationship, a long-term relationship now more than ever, as compared to a little less than 5% saying they couldn't wait to get back to hooking up.
Well, there's something for everyone. So then what's happening now that people are trying to resume with regular activities, but you also have these sort of vaccine and mask mandates also looming over everything?
Well, right now is a good time to date if you would like to date and date safely, and we're seeing a hybrid. It's some online dating, some video dates, and some dates where you will actually meet with someone in person and discuss in advance how comfortable you are as far as being outdoors, going to a museum, indoors with a mask, and determine what you'd like to do. But you can date now online and offline, and that's sort of going to be the new recipe for love.
So then how successful has the addition of the vaccinated or not feature been?
I am such a fan of the I'm vaccinated badge because it sends a message that you care about safety, and safety and online dating really go hand in hand. People want to feel safe on a date. So the vaccination badge is a symbol to say, I care about being safe with you, and I want you to know that I'm vaccinated, and I hope you feel the same.
So then as we look beyond the US, are you seeing any key trends emerging when you look at the global market performance of some of these dating apps?
I think I'm seeing globally what I'm seeing domestically in the US. In the US, there's about 50 million singles that are using dating apps, and around the world, it's about 270 million, and they're all taking an active approach to dating, from the comfort of their mobile phones at home.
So then, obviously, we know that the Match Group has been the most dominant player in this space, owning dozens of different brands. How competitive is the dating app market? And really, what's the key to a successful dating app?
The dating app market is competitive, but it keeps growing. We have over 400 niche dating sites, whether you want to date someone who has a mustache or someone who has the same eating or drinking habits as you have. But the key to finding success with dating apps is actually joining more than one. And if you join one of the Match Group apps, such as Match or Hinge, that have perhaps a large critical mass, and then you try a niche dating site or a niche dating app like Dig, if you want to basically go on dates with your dog and have puppy love with someone else's dog.